The LS460 is Lexus's top-of-the-line sedan. The F Sport version adds superior handling to the package. Does all that sport combine with the luxury to make the perfect sports sedan? Let's find out. Outside, you can immediately see the aggressive nature of the LS460 F Sport. It features more aggressive front bumpers and upper and lower grille inserts. Lexus has been going for a more aggressive look for all of their cars, but the F Sport versions really accentuate their sporting nature. It brings out all the right emotions from admirers. Sportiness and luxury, sure, but also power and speed. Inside, you'll find that the LS460's F Sport is definitely different from the normal version. There's a special heated F Sport steering wheel with paddle shifters. You'll also find more aggressive pedals and the F Sport seats. Different from the standard version, these offer much more lateral support, and of course, you get the F Sport logos in many places. You'll find that the wood trim is gone, but you do get an Alcantara headliner. The center console storage acts as a great armrest, but open it up and you got two-tiered storage here. Lift that out of the way. Plenty of deep storage there for my camera bag in this case. Also hookups for the USB and also a phone charger. Moving forward, you have controls for your heated or ventilated seats, and this one controls the rear screen. This knob controls the drive setting. There's a setting for snow and bad weather, of course, comfort and eco. You press it for normal. Then there's your two sports settings, Sport and Sport Plus. You also have a ride height adjustment. If you press height high, then it keeps you at a high ride height all the time. Otherwise, the automatic suspension will adjust itself. This button is to turn the traction control off, which I don't recommend. Moving forward, you see the transmission, which is an 8-speed automatic. You can shift it here, also put it in a sport mode, or of course, you can use the paddle shifters right on the steering wheel. If you know how to use a mouse, then you'll be very happy with this control system in the Lexus. Use it, and you can control everything on the screen. All your menus, including audio, everything else. Driver settings, navigation, you name it, you can control it here. Plus, you also have many apps with the Lexus Inform that help you stay out of traffic, find the cheapest gas station, manage your stocks, etc. You can keep this compartment closed, but if you open it up, you have two cup holders plus another charger. Moving up on the dash, you have your dual zone climate control, and I kind of like the way it spins here, kind of like an old analog clock or something. But no, there's no analog clock here, not even here. This one is controlled by GPS to make sure it stays accurate. Pretty cool. Of course, you also get keyless entry with push-button start. The gauges are very well laid out. Everything is easy to read and right where you'd expect it to be. You get 3 memory settings for the driver's seat. Also, of course, power window and door locks right there. You even get 3 memory settings for the passenger side as well. Impressive. Here are your controls for the side mirrors. They also automatically get out of the way when you park. That's a nice feature. On the left, that button controls the automatic high beams. Next to it, you have the heated steering wheel. And here is your blind spot monitoring button. You can turn that on and off. Also, the parking sensors. You can turn those on and off too. I like to keep them on for safety. Down below, you can open the fuel tank, or also the trunk, or the front hood as well. Overall, I think Lexus has done a great job of making the F Sport version of the LS really stand out. It's definitely more sporty and still luxurious at the same time. Out back, you get your own vents and seating for 3 across. If you pull the armrest down, then you also get controls for your heated seats and also the rear shade, plus a bit of storage in there. Of course, this being a high-end luxury car, you don't need to open it yourself. Just press and hold the button, and of course, it opens automatically. To reveal, very large trunk, 18 cubic feet of storage. Nice and large, with a cargo net too. And of course, you can close it automatically as well. Press the button, and back down it goes. Now, of course, that's not the only automatic feature. Just put the door close, and it seals automatically. Nice. Now pop open the hood and you'll see that they definitely don't want you working on the V8 yourself. But powering the LS460 F Sport is a 4-cam 32-valve V8 which produces 360 horsepower and 347 pound-feet of torque. The all-wheel drive F Sport scoots you to 60 in 5.9 seconds on the way to a top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. If you opt for rear-wheel drive, the 0 to 60 time is half a second quicker at 5.4 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 16 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 18 miles per gallon overall. Dropping all-wheel drive as an option will increase your overall fuel economy by 1 mile per gallon on the highway. The LS460 F Sport starts out at just under $75,000. The $7,860 F Sport package comes with larger tires and wheels, also Brembo brakes, and you get a slightly more aggressive exterior as well. Inside, you get sporty F Sport seats. You also get a special F Sport steering wheel. It's heated, and it comes with paddle shifters as well. You also get special pedals and an Alcantara headliner as well. You also might want the Mark Levinson sound system, the LED headlights, and the F Sport Comfort package, which gives you heated and cooled seats and heated rear seats, among other things, and you're out the door close to $90,000. Now, $90,000 might sound like a lot of money, but when you consider that the BMW 7 Series starts at $90,000 with no options, and also the Mercedes starts $5,000 more than that, well, then you see that the fully loaded F Sport here with all-wheel drive is actually pretty square deal. Switching between the different drive modes in the LS460 F Sport really gives you a sense of its versatility. Most of the time, I drive around in eco mode or comfort mode. Comfort mode to me is definitely the way the LS460 should feel. It's a good combination of sport and also luxury. It's a nice soft plush ride, but nothing over the top. The Sport and Sport Plus modes, well, they give you a great combination of both the best steering input, also throttle response, and transmission, engine, and suspension settings to give you the best handling. Of course, Sport Plus gives you the penultimate handling. Normal mode is a good combination of comfort and sport, and that's probably best for most people. When you mash the throttle, you're still going to feel like you have some power, not as much as in the S or S Plus modes, of course, but more so than if you're putting along in the eco mode. I usually drive around in comfort mode, but with these turns beckoning, I'm going into the sport mode because this is an excellent little bit of road right here. Let's see how the LS460 swallows it up. Maybe some movement from the items in my car, but the suspension is just acting predictably, and the engine, when you really mash the throttle, responds like you want it to. Now, of course, you can use the paddle shifters, but you've got 8 speeds, and really the LS does a better job of shifting than you will. It'll hold the gear for you, and you'll have plenty of power to exit the turns. Nice job, Lexus. Nice sound and nice technology to make sure that you're always in the right gear when you hit your favorite back road. So I recently had the opportunity to drive the 2014 Lexus IS250 and IS350 in both F Sport and normal versions on the road and track, and you can look for my review on YouTube of that one. But when you bring that formula over to the LS460 F Sport here, well, you're really changing the personality totally of the LS. if you put me into the LS460 blindfolded, the normal version, well, I could tell you what car I'm in. With the F Sport, I might be confused a bit because it's a totally different feeling. You get the F Sport sports seats here, and to me, the ones in the base LS are more comfortable because they have a nice headrest adjustment, which really, to me, makes all the difference. But the F Sport seats here are firm and they're supportive as well. And plus, what you're getting here is a level of performance that really is over and above the normal LS. You're also getting that sporty look, which many people appreciate and certainly looks pretty cool. So really what you're getting is a very competent, large sports sedan, and you're getting it at a price that's really in a different zip code than that of the BMW or the Mercedes sport versions. So the LS460 F Sport certainly is a deal, and it certainly has a feel and a style all of its own, and that is important, love it or hate it. The Lexus Park Assist tells you about potential problems with a beep, and also right in front of you and on the widescreen. Well, the night look, the LS is top-notch. Everything's easy to read and has a nice kind of light blue glow. Nothing harsh. And that's a good thing. Another good thing is the blind spot warning. That tells you when someone's in your blind spot. Always a good thing to know. Taking a long trip here in the Lexus LS, and I'm surrounded by S-Class Mercedes and big BMWs, the true competition for this LS460 here. And I've got to say, you know, the LS does have everything else those other cars have, the BMW and the Mercedes. You know, right now they're fighting for the best technology, and that technology is going to be moving ahead light years, I think, in the next 5 years or so. But right now, this Lexus LS offers everything you want. It's got all the comfort and all the tech tools right now that you really want or need. Plus, with the F Sport package, well, you've got that ability to really fly when you want to. It really handles like it's on rails, handles like a car much smaller than it is. That's sort of a cliche, but it's true. You know, when you throw this car into a corner, it's predictable and it's fun. It's got the Alcantara, it's got nice black leather. It really sets itself apart from the standard LS460, and it does it with style. So I think the Lexus LS460 F Sport is really for the person that wants all the luxury, but also they want something special, and they also want to stand out a bit. You know, BMWs, Mercedes, they certainly say something, but to many people, they might not say the exact right thing. And that's where the Lexus comes in and really says, okay, sure, you've got enough money, you certainly can enjoy the finer things in life, but you're not over the top, you're not super showy. Even though the Lexus LS460 does look great and aggressive, I don't think it's as flashy. I just don't think it comes with the attitude that, say, the BMW 7 Series driver or the Mercedes S-Class driver might bring. So maybe the LS460 is sort of the smart man, the conscious man's luxury sports sedan. So in summarizing the Lexus LS460 F Sport, I have to say, if I were to get this car, I would get it with the rear-wheel drive. I would prefer to have a half a second faster 0 to 60 time, and I would also prefer to have 1 more mile per gallon overall. That to me is great. I also like the way a rear-wheel drive car handles versus an all-wheel drive car. I like to be able to play with the car a little bit more on the edge, and I think that even with all the traction control and everything, well, you really can't play too much unless you turn it off. But I just like the overall feel of the rear-wheel drive versus the all-wheel drive. Of course, if you live in a bad weather climate area, certainly go for the all-wheel drive. And to me, the LS460 is an awesome car. I would probably get the basic version because if I'm buying this car, I'm gonna want that luxury, and maybe even the hybrid with that beautiful bamboo interior. But the LS460 F Sport does do a great job of combining great luxury and also a very sporting prowess to make an excellent sports sedan. I'm driving Ivan Katz.